Well, we finally got that win today. I'll talk about the horses really quick. Spitfire Overseas was great. Trotting much better. The work we had done on him, the shoeing changes we made helped, right? And he was much stronger. He doesn't leave that well, so I'm wondering, I don't want to get away 7th and get myself beat, realistically, like I did with Memory. But I don't have the tools to make it there, 27 and a piece. When I saw everybody leaving, a couple of them ducking, I knew Sean Johnson would make it to the front. I'm 8-5, and I'm going to use that stature to get to the front. It's going to take me a little time, but I'll get there, 28 and a piece. I cut Dave loose. There was a little concern in the middle of the race. I thought Ronnie might, if he clears Dave, now I'm done. I'm stuck. But it worked out well, and as soon as Spitfire had an ounce of room, the last quarter might have been 30 seconds, but his last eighth was 27, 28 second speed. He was very, very strong going through the wire. And although it's a watered down crew and it's only 56, it was definitely a huge step forward for him. So very, very happy with the outcome of Spitfire's race. International Man, we scoped him after a couple of trickles of blood, some mucus. At the end of the day, he's just a horse. He's just a horse. I don't know how you get from what he was at 2 to how he is now, and I certainly have no idea how to get back to that. Sure, we can take some of the weight off up front, but I'm sure if we draw his blood, when he walked on Aaron that time, I think his liver was a little bit high. His AST might have been a bit high also. There was no indication that there was any tie up there from what I saw, and you can't tell with the liver. So, we can draw his blood, but I think International Man, we can take him. He should be able to beat that class. It's frustrating. We'll draw his blood. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll draw his blood, and if there's no glaring issues, then we'll probably start down the path of an exit strategy with International Man. He's an okay horse. He looks rickety going, but every week he's a little bit sounder, a little bit better. There was no real, he's got a knee that bothers him, or a foot, or a stifle. Nothing. There's no issues that really bother him. In fact, when Dr. Stanek, Tim's vet, went over him, he never found anything wrong with him. So we'll look to his blood, but again, I'm starting to veer towards the path of an exit strategy for International Man. I feel bad. A lot of clients that are my partners on horses that are just starting to race or haven't got to the races yet are concerned, what's wrong with this horse? Is this horse a keeper or not? This is the time of year when we start weeding some of those horses out. I'm your partner on many of those horses, and it bothers me, but I know that deep down, that horse or those horses aren't going to do us much good moving forward, right? To try and navigate a path forward to finish 3rd or 4th if everything goes right just means you're in the wrong class or you have the wrong horse. And that's where we're at with a couple of horses, very close to it. And I think that's settling in. So you get a lot of questions. A lot of questions from people asking about, and I'm not going to name drop horses. You know who they are, right? Horses that look like an International Man, right? They're just not going to cut it. Although every week he goes on the track, he's favored, a second favorite. He just is struggling right now. And I'm not going to jump to conclusions until we get a look at his blood work. But very disappointing effort from him today. I just expected more from him. This is a time of year when stake payment season starts, and my chest starts to contract, right? You start to feel a little claustrophobic. It's the toughest time of year financially for us, and it's been better. It's been a decent season, but I all day I've been in a funk anyway. I wasn't going to bring this up, but many of you have been with us for a while, and listen, we have over 900 clients in 15 countries, and sometimes they pass away or move away and you lose track. And I got some pretty disturbing news this morning that one of our clients, his entire family was on that Washington flight that was struck by the helicopter last night and died. And Roger was a good guy. I don't want to. I feel a little awkward talking about it anyway, but I wanted to get it off my chest because it truly was eating away at me. You think about the financial stress of the new year or of Christmas, or you want to get from here to there. Oh, you got this horse, you need to work on him, and you forget that being alive is the most important thing. And when you get news like that and it jumps on you the way it does, it really, really puts everything in perspective. Now, Roger and I had many of you that are watching this were partners of his. He had been to functions. The big open house that we had, he was there with his wife, very nice lady. His son, very nice kid. And although I haven't spoke to Roger in a while, other than an errant text or an email here or there, hey, horse race good job last night. Do you know something about this horse? I think he was still a horse owner. He was definitely involved, off and on. It really grabbed me when I heard that. Just one of those times where you just stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop and take it in. Realize how lucky you are, right? So that's been bugging me all day long. I tried to put it away best I could to race today. And we did have a good day at the races, but days like today remind you that there's bad days and then there's bad days. And just terrible, terrible news. So we are done for the day. I didn't realize we were. I thought we had horses in tonight, but we do not. They're in tomorrow. I'll catch up with them at the track tomorrow, actually. I'm going to be in Ontario. We leave tomorrow morning. Now, Ava won. God love her. Amy is the hardest working woman, maybe person. She literally makes me feel lazy. There's only two people in the world that make me feel lazy all the time. John, who I talk about quite a bit, and my wife. And listen, that's not to say I know a ton of very, very hard-working people. Birds of a feather, I would like to think. But man, Ava was bummed out that she couldn't go to that pep rally, and it was bothering Amy. As their father, I just said, honey, it's a pep rally. They'll have more. It's teachers versus students, volleyball. You don't even play volleyball. It's going to be a train wreck. And I didn't say this to her face, but I just said, honey, we're going to head home to Ontario and get all these practice in. Everybody in the family has to bend sometimes, and this is one of those times. Amy calls me and says, Ava, put a push on to go to this pep rally, and was talking to me about it. Maybe she should go. I said, well, honey, if she goes to the pep rally, that means we have to drive 2 cars. She goes, well, it gives me time to work at the barn anyway. And get some stuff done. I said, let me get this straight. You want to go to the barn? It's going to rain tomorrow. You want to go to the barn, work in the barn all day, pick Ava up after a pep rally at 4:15 and drive to Ontario? Rather than, as I said, it's going to rain, leave at noon with her entire family and go to Ontario. You want to drive 2 vehicles? She goes, well, I feel bad. It's not like I'm heartless, but it just goes to show, the lengths my wife will go to make sure everybody in our family is happy. So, 2 vehicles heading to Ontario tomorrow. I'm going to take Ollie at noon and make sure that he is to his baseball practice at 5. He's been wanting to go to a movie that just came out, so maybe we'll go to the movies tomorrow before Amy gets home. We're going to go to supper. And then I'm going to go to the races tomorrow night. I'm going to spend the rest of the day just relaxing and reflecting. I take a lot of stuff in stride, but stuff like this, it throws me off the whole day. Minimum. I guess as it should, right? Anyway, for those of you who knew Roger well, or knew his family, obviously, some mourning time, some grieving, and the same shock that I'm in. For those of you that didn't, the takeaway from this is take a deep breath every so often. Realize how lucky we all are. So I'll talk to you soon. A bad day overall, but a great day at the track. Good day at the track. Spitfire's back on track. International Man was not. We'll get to the bottom of that. And tomorrow, not a lot going on at the barn. It's going to pour rain all day. But tomorrow night at the track, we get a number of horses racing in Ontario. Interested Sunday, we get Irresistible Sun 7-hole. And we got, time is on my side, 6-hole. But you know what? First draw next week was Tuesday. I see we got some decent draws on Tuesday. Hopefully we can keep things going starting from today. Hopefully the bad draws are all over with. Get them out of our system and back on track. Everybody, not just Spitfire, but everybody next week. So take care. I'll talk to you soon. Do take care. And have a wonderful